Welcome back to another Shamshir Sound video. Today we're gonna go over another free FLP you guys can download. It is a BigRoom pluck, dark, evil type of sound, and I was playing around with RaveGenerator because you guys can check out the Hardwell and Will Sparks replicated exactly their impact stab. And I wanted to come back to RaveGenerator to create a drop melody just with RaveGenerator alone. Some processing, some reverb, and I was really happy with the results. So if you guys are enjoying these quick videos, remember to smash up the like button and let's play it back. The kick is a Bassjacker's kick, but what I did was I used FL21's fade out because I wanted the transient of the kick, and then I wanted to make unique the kick and then fade in my own note for the bass. So I'll show you here, this kick, left the pitch untouched, faded it out, and then with the bass, now there's a little click there that might need to be rectified, but again, of course, this project needs a lot more layers, needs a lot more effects, melodies, things like that. This is a good baseline to start from to give you guys a quick inspiration. Combined, you get this. So that way you can solo the bass in situations where maybe you're doing a fill and you want the bass to play out, or you can combine them, leave them to play as one BigRoom kick. It just gives you that flexibility to pitch this up and down however you desire. I did use E3 mono mode and then pitched it down. Believe this track is in F minor, so I pitched it down accordingly. Didn't do a whole lot of processing, but I did make a return to Drummer S73. Very, very pleasing plugin. Can make stuff really shine, and especially the air. When you turn on air, it just adds a lot of crisp. Sometimes it's too aggressive, so be careful with the air switch. This basic noise, just with a low shelf EQ rolling off. We have these back verbs, which I created with Edison. We have a 909 crash. Some toms that have been faded out, 707 toms, and I also cut a little bit of their low end as well. Not too much, because there's a lot of energy in this area, but just a little bit of the sub frequency. Now the lead is just RaveGenerator 2, and it is the Wild Child stab. Let's play that back. Now what I did with this was, it was very dark. Let's play back the melody. When you play it just raw, dry, it's just very dull and boring. Adding the different elements like EQ2, little bit of brightness, little bit of rolling off the low end. I added sausage fattener, just tiny bit of color, didn't touch the gain or fatness knob. Soundgodizer really helped this sculpt the sound. Often, if you just want to make something idiot-proof, Soundgodizer often does a good job. And then the magic was Peak Controller. I heavily tweaked bass, volume, tension, and decay alongside Fruity Reverb so that I could get that breathing effect exactly how I desired. Before reverb, I did put Drummer. We'll come back to reverb. Drummer with the clarity, didn't really touch anything here. Turned the air on as well. Drummer, you can always experiment with parallel mixing as well at 50%. It's very pleasing. If you want to be very, very passive, then the neutral preset is the best. Just adds a little bit of sheen on a sound. Really underrated plugin in my opinion. So Fruity Reverb, if we listen to this just dry, so this sound doesn't have much dimension, but the reverb really opens it up, adding a huge room size, going all the way up to a maximum of 73%, 2.1 second. The key here is working with Peak Controller. The pre-delay really has more of a delay, so it has more of this breathing effect. Of course, I could have this at 0, but at 250, it just has more of a bounce. Then of course the low cut just making sure that there's not too much muddiness in it. I did crank up high cut to 10.3. I think I cranked this one up a little bit too, because by default, Fruity Reverb is pretty dark and there's still room to be cranking it up. Now I didn't pull it all the way up to like off, otherwise it's way too crispy. But I did want some more high-end frequency in there. CamelCrusher to add just a little bit of distortion and roll off the 16 kilohertz. It added a very pleasing sound. And then just a basic, didn't even touch this kickstart, left it as is. And I put Oxford Inflator just at the very end. Pancake here is automating the sync. It's just panning it, creating this effect. So panning it left to right, and I am automating this here. So you can always change this to Hertz retrigger. And when you automate this, you can get that kind of slow to very fast effect. But word of caution, don't go all the way. It kind of sounds a little bit like buzzy and grindy. Different plugins react differently when you go way too fast with the speed. So anytime I've been automating this, I usually start like slow or somewhere in the middle, but I don't go all the way up to 100% because then the sound just gets mangled. So that's responsible for the automation of the panning that you're hearing, and the mix amount was being automated also. Pretty cool. Dropped in a clap, adjusted the clap just with volume. Like Steve Duda says, adjust volume, don't always reach for EQ. It's not always like every single item needs to be EQ'd. First start with volume, and then if you need to EQ, go ahead and do so. Very simple, but I hope you guys enjoy this project. You can download the whole package in the video description. Do whatever with it you like. You want to make a banger with this, you want to make extended mix, you want to make remix, the world's your oyster. Very happy with the quick results you can get with RaveGenerator. I really love these samplers, you know, even if it's a sampler or rompler, even like Nexus, even though it's not related to RaveGenerator, helped me get quick ideas right there. You know, I don't have to spend too much time doing like saw and sine, and you know, there's a beauty in sound design, but to be able to just grab a quick sound and boom, get right in there. I'm going to revisit RaveGenerator more often, and I'm curious what suggestions you guys have. If you guys have a suggestion for a song to be remade, maybe a certain sound, something, let me know. Synthesizer effect, drop it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash up the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and that way you're alerted of the uploads, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.